Welcome to the Melly
and Shally Show,
where we unpack the Liqui Moly product range, one product at a time.
So product specific for today is going to be our Liqui Moly Engine Flush, and this is a product developed to go inside the engine in order to clean out the interior of the engine and ridding it from harmful contamination and dirt.
So we get a lot of questions for so many different people to say, is engine flush safe? And I think if we would just put the statement out on a Facebook page, you'll have half people that say it's not safe and the other half that says it is safe. So we want to explain to you what engine flush actually is used for and what is the benefit for you by using it. So when you have your car and you want to service it, and let's for an example say this is your engine, and this is the oil that is currently running, this is the oil that's in your engine. And when I am going to drain the engine oil, and I'm not going to use engine flush, when you drain it without engine flush, there will be a little bit of oil that's going to stay behind in part of the engine that you could not flush out because it is too thick or it is just in areas that it's not going to release and drain so quickly. So now you're going to add the brand new oil because you want the oil to last for another 10, 15, 20 new cars, 30,000 kilometers. Now I add it to the engine oil, and this is clear, brand new water, and you can still see that it actually is dirty. So what engine flush does is it makes sure that all those deposits are being washed and flushed out so that when you do put in your new oil, it can be clear and clean, and it's not a mixture of a little bit of the old oil with the new oil. So the new oil is going to last much longer.
Perfect. So as Mel mentioned, the additive package that contained in the oil is actually surface active agents. This means extreme pressure additives or anti-corrosion additives. It sticks on the surfaces, and those cannot be removed simply by draining the oil. And this is why this product is so amazing and has been developed for the purpose to remove all that additive package to ensure you can get the performance of the new oil that you put inside the engine.
So Shally, the one thing about this oil that the engine flush that we get asked quite a lot is how to use it. So if you're going to have your car serviced and you're going to drain your oil, you will add the engine flush to the old oil. You will idle it for a minimum of 10 minutes, and then after that you will drain it so that it will thin out the oil, it will remove all those dirty particles so that all the old oil can be flushed out. Very, very important is never put it in your engine and go drive with it. It does thin out the oil because it cleans it. You might think that it's only going to take you 10 minutes to drive around the block. Around the corner there's a big accident, you stand and you idle for quite some time. That is not good for your engine. So never drive with the engine flush in your engine. Add it to your engine oil and idle it for 10 minutes while the vehicle is standing still, and then when you drain, you're going to be draining all the old oil.
So as Mel mentioned, the application is quite important. It's 5 to 10 minutes of idling, and this simple can of 300 ml is sufficient for 6 liters of engine oil volume. So it's quite simple to use. You add it into, once you're done, drain the oil, put new filters and put new oil.
If a little bit of it stays behind, for whatever reason, don't worry. All our products have been tested to be able to make sure it's safe and whatever kind of little mishaps might happen. And Shally will also quickly show you what the difference is of a vehicle that we had a test on that used engine flush and that did not.
Awesome. So currently you see there's 2 test tubes, right? Each have different engine oils, so the same vehicle self, but one we actually used an engine flush and the other one we didn't. With this you can actually see that the contaminants that was removed from the engine that you cannot physically see. So unless you open the engine, you'll be able to see those particles still present in the engine. And this is why it's so important to use this engine flush to remove all those particles to ensure that it does not accumulate and run inside the new oil that is circulating inside the vehicle. Also, especially on the BMW vehicles, we have vanos. So vanos is the little oil ports, and those have to be cleaned, otherwise they start narrowing and there's oil pressure losses.
Awesome. So every single bit of the engine flush is just an advantage for you to be able to make sure that the engine oil that you are using, the brand new engine oil, can last much longer. It's not diluted with some of the old oil. Safe to use. Every single product of ours comes with the Liqui Moly product liability. And if you have any technical queries, just ask our technical team, which Shally is one of those amazing engineers. But a really good product to be able to make sure you get the most out of your oil. And thank you for watching the Melly
and Shally Show.